What's going on? Episode 5 of the vlog for the STI build. So we're going to go over basically the tubs, sealing them, filling in everything, making them smooth, and starting sanding. We used a seam sealer. It was a controlled self-leveling seam sealer. As you can tell, it's got a slight rubber flex to it. Very, very minimal flex. It's going to give us that, I guess, that strength just in case there needs to be a little bit of give. Everything filled in nice and smooth, all that. Basically peeled it on with a gun and then used a finger and just threw it. Not worried too much of, the overflow or anything like that, because we're going to basically be covering that up with body filler. You got over here, I started the sanding process, sanding everything down. We'll clean it up with a wax and grease remover. Pulled the brake booster, got a bunch of the lines out of the way. The harness is all pulled out. It's all getting set up. I'm gonna have a buddy come over that he's an electrician, so we will be extending a bunch of this harness, and I'll show you guys exactly what needs to be extended for a tuck beside the side of the frame on each side, and a tuck down the side of the transmission on the back side, so that everything's hidden. You really can't put these two main plugs in different areas unless you pull them back through, cut another hole somewhere in the firewall, run them through, and then you have to put up with, maybe putting a welding this hole closed and then stuff like that. I've seen a lot of builds, especially D Money's WRX. That was a big one. He still had the the plugs in the firewall, but it's one of those things where you really can't get around it unless you want to go through the pain of pulling the dashboard and all that other stuff. Alright, so a lot of people were asking me on this build, how do I afford it? It's pretty simple. I'm just a normal guy. A little bit about me is I work in the military, active duty, so that's obviously about a 45-hour-a-week job. I definitely, get paid okay, but you really have to be smart with your money, especially if you want to build a car or you've got, other endeavors you would like to follow. For this build, I'm not hurting for cash, but I definitely picked up a second job. And this is probably the worst thing is I work Monday through Friday at the second job, also 40 hours a week. So I'm working about 90, 95 hours a week, and it's brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Sleep deprivation is real. Last time I experienced that was going through basic training, and it was just, it's brutal. So now I'm literally, I guess you could say, killing myself to build this car. Each night I get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep. In the weekends, I'm like, oh God, I've got to work on this, and that's the only time I have. But it's working out. I'm only probably gonna do it for a little bit longer. I've been doing it for about 2 months now, and it's starting to catch up with me. I got sick one time, got the common cold, and headaches here and there, but it's mainly just due to not getting enough sleep. And that's literally how I afford most of it, is second job, and I sold all my other parts that I've accumulated over the years that were on the build prior, like the old turbo, the old front mount intercooler, the old exhaust, stuff like that. But I want to give you a parts breakdown and tell you how you can actually build this, tub it and do a rotated kit, reverse manifold, all that stuff, a V-mount for really cheap, instead of buying everything out front and being like, oh man, I'm already $10,000 into it. so episode 5, we're going to get ready to do the Bondo work and all this on the vehicle. We're going to do the body filler. Everything's been prepped, it's been sanded. Here are the products I've been using, so you guys have an idea of what you need to get if you're going to tub yourself, do all this stuff. Also, another big question I get is, do you have sponsorships or anything of that nature? I actually do not. I have a very large Instagram following, or say growing large, and I've not had one penny really donated to this build. Actually, one company has actually given me really good discounts. Nothing too crazy, but they beat other competitors. And a shout out to importimageracing.com. They always send me free shirts, which I guess that could be some free stuff. And they're probably your best bet. Message them, Facebook Messenger if you need to. Say, hey, I need this. And then say, hey, I would like to get this or that. And if you can find a better deal, just send them the, I guess, a screenshot or whatever. Send it to them, and they'll be like, we can do this for you. Some things they can't because, you know, it's just some companies don't have that much, I guess, leniency on their prices. But importimageracing.com, Josh Nam is the owner. I've known him probably for maybe 7-8 years, and business is growing for him. It's an awesome company, and they'll hook you up. But here we go. So we have the body filler we're going to be using, Rage Gold Premium Lightweight Filler. Here's what I used to clean up after I sanded, wax and grease remover. Here you have the controlled flow seam sealer I used, the part number and everything. And here is going to be the panel bond adhesive. Alright, that's it for episode 5. Enjoy, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to my Instagram, follow @monstermixin.com, one word, and we'll do another free giveaway, probably episode 6. Episode 4, the winner, I got in contact with him, sent him the shirt and the wastegate bracket. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and we'll see you next time.